rest of the year. They do have a tournament coming up in early November. First serve taken by Briella Kohler. Sendoya gets it. Kohler just going to roll it over the net, and we're off and running here from the Duro Fieldhouse. Somo comes up, and boy, you want to talk about explosive from the outside. First kill of the match right down the left line. Rachel Clark will sub in, and going back to serve with a 1-0 lead will be Sophie Snodgrass. Somo, somebody you're going to have to get on top of, find a way to make plays at the net. You can see her explosive leaping ability. Serve taken by Kohler. Return goes short and out of bounds, and it's 2-0 Lynx early on. I think one of the things with senior day is overcoming the emotions early and now just going out and play your match. Kohler returns that one. Sendoya going to bump it up. Stevens just going to have to roll that one deep, and that's going to go out of bounds in an early 3-0 start for the Lynx. Oglethorpe a little discombobulated right now. Serve goes to Kohler. Lily comes flying up. Rosenthal, she'll get her first kill on senior day. Really well done there by Kate. Kate, innate ability to play it off the block. Kylie Zimmer going to sub in. Had a chance to meet Kate's mother, Jill, yesterday, accompanied by her father, Andrew, who's here as well from Boca. Nice little hour-and-a-half flight from the West Palm Airport. That ball is thrown back by Bassett and Kohler. Somo's going to play that one off the block attempt of Bassett and Rosenthal, and kill number 2 for Izzy Somo. And you can see the power that Izzy is able to really get generated from that right arm. Back to serve Snodgrass again. Lily back sets it to Rosenthal. Rosenthal right down the middle. Meg Gebhardt looked at that one and said, was that mine? It was supposed to be. And Caitlin Bassett going to be out there as well. Had a chance to meet Caitlin's mother. Nina came over and said hello and appreciate them listening all the way in San Antonio on a day-to-day basis. Somo tries to roll that one across and hits it into the net, and the Stormy Petrels are now within 4-3. I think the biggest compliment you get as a broadcaster is when parents come up and say, man, we listen all the time, we really appreciate it. And I say this wholeheartedly to the Oglethorpe community. The young men and women that go to school here have really taken the broadcast team, whether it's myself or Roy a year ago, in. Somo going to get that one down the left line and in. Caitlin Bassett couldn't come up with it. Sophia Sendoya going to sub back in. Also coming in, Emma Clark, number 17, number 15, Kim Young going to check in as well. But it means a lot to us when parents come up and say, man, we appreciate it. And I've had even road parents this year say they really like watching the broadcast. So I enjoy doing it. And we're going to get a serve right into the net from Emma Clark and a side out 5-4. And I'm glad you guys enjoy it as well. Checking in a couple of seniors. Really good to see Maddie Drotty, number 23, going to check in, as well as number 15, Anna Pinot. 2 seniors getting their opportunity early in the match. Maddie going to serve, soft serves it. Somo just has to bump that one up. Young plays it. Sendoya's got it. Tip back over the net. Little miscommunication there. Kohler gets it over. Somo down the net. Rosenthal from out of bounds tries to play it. That's not going to work in 6-4. And Somo going to sub out. And in's going to come number 4, Ashlyn Martin. Drotty going to play the back line. Pinot going to play up front. Serve goes to Kohler, and that one's going to go flying out of bounds. 7-4 in favor of Rhodes. Early on, you could see Briella taking off an elbow pad. That one taken by Zimmer. Kohler just has to one-arm it over. Short set, saved by Zimmer. And Pinot tried to back set it over the net. Unfortunately, that's going to be a side out and a point. I think she got a double hit there. 8-4 Lynx. Ashlyn Martin back to serve. Taken by Sendoya. You want to talk about the fortunate back set by Drotty. Kohler comes running up to hammer one home and hits it kind of off the inside of her hand. It goes right down the net. It'll be a kill in the scorebook. Getting like a Texas League base hit, but it comes down and it's good. Kohler with the jump serve. And that's going to be long and off the official on the back line. Meg Gebhardt got all of that one. Braves could have used some of that in the playoffs, the way she hit that one. But it's 8-6 in favor of Rhodes. Kohler tries to go high and deep down the right side, and that ball is going to go out of play. Sophie Snodgrass going to check back in. Maggie Mathis. Maggie fourth on the team in aces with 27, playing the libero spot. Stevens returns that one. Trotty outside hit. Stevens just going to kind of plop that one across. Saved by Kohler. Trotty back sets. And Pinot going to come up with the kill with the left hand. Plays that one off the blocker and it goes flying out of bounds. And checking in for the first time in a couple of matches is going to be Ellie Alfonso. Ellie on senior day has been hobbled a little bit. He's walking around gingerly. Got a feeling this is going to be a serve and hopefully not having to move too much. And that set's going to come up and be mistimed by Snodgrass, and we're going to get a point. And Alfonso, you can see moving very gingerly, but you can imagine on senior day what this means to her, one of the team leaders. The serve's going to be bumped out of bounds by Martin. Entire Oglethorpe contingency going crazy. I think they know what Ellie means to the team. Young going to play it. Alfonso saves it. Pinot going to get it over, and that's going to be down for another point. Little senior magic. Timeout on the floor. 10-9 Oglethorpe has stormed back in front. We'll take a timeout with them on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. With a 10-9 lead over Rhodes. Ellie Alfonso going to stay in to serve. You can see her just smiling and see the emotion getting the best of her. She's back to serve. Serve going to be in. Back across. Young going to try to dink it across. Alfonso comes up with a bump. Stevens, unfortunately, that one's going to go high and outside. And we're going to get a substitution. Ellie going to gingerly walk off the court. You can hear the loud round of applause for Ellie Alfonso, who's been dealing with injury, goes out and gets us 3 points. Back set, just going to have to be bumped across. Drotty comes up and gets it. Sendoya to Stevens, has that one thrown back. Drotty going to back set this one to Pinot, who rips one down the center. Sendoya saves it from the libero. She's going to have to bump it over. Good play by Drotty, flying back into play. And that kill is going to be down the hatch for Sophie Snodgrass right there in the middle. 6'3" sophomore out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. An 11-10 Lynx lead here in set number 1. Serve going to be taken by Kohler. Drawdy going to bump it up. Pinot just going to push it over. Saved nicely by Mathis. Outside, and that was just rolled in by Gebhardt. Kind of found where the defense wasn't and dropped that one in. And it's 12-10 in favor of the Lynx. Olivia Wiseman back to serve. Sendoya going to have to fly over to get it. Drawdy just going to have to bump it backwards, and that's going to be trouble. Oh, look out. Really hope these two young ladies are okay. Collision for Maggie Mathis, and it looks like Mackenzie Carter. They went head to head. My goodness. They're both giving their head coach, Peter Green, a thumbs up that they're fine. Mackenzie Carter, round of ovation for her. She said, no, let's play on. That is a scary moment. Two women diving for the ball, literally went head to head. And Pinot and Drawdy will check out. Concern, obviously, is injury on the Rhodes side. Awesome to see Anna and Maddie get a chance to play today on senior day and make an impact. Lily back into serve. She's going to hit one low and hard. Kohler saves it. Back set. Rosenthal has that one stopped at the net. Sendoya going to bump it over to Stevens, who has it blocked out of bounds. And that's going to be a side out in the point for Oglethorpe. We're all knotted at 12 apiece. Autumn Lily with the jump serve. Taken by Gebhardt. Somo saved one arm by Kohler. Lily all the way across. Stevens rips it. Somo saves it. Kohler again to reset the offense. Bassett down the line. First time today you've seen the short set and Caitlin Bassett with that right arm. There's no doubt where she's going. She's going with power every time. Great save by Stevens. And that was a kill right back at him. Sophie Snodgrass on a short set just plowed that one right down the middle. We're tied at 13 apiece. Meg Gebhardt, 5'9" freshman out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, back to serve. Stevens, look out below. Basham with back-to-back kill opportunities there. No problem, and a bunch of high fives walking down the side. Kylie Zimmer, another senior, going to go back to serve. Her parents, JR and Melinda, were here. Her sister, Kelsey, and brother, Kedrick, both here. Somo has that one thrown back. Caitlin Bassett and Kate Rosenthal both say, not in our house, not on senior day. 15-13 Stormy Petrels. Zimmer, nice serve there. Bumped across. Somo again, save and dug out of there by Sendoya. And Kate Rosenthal was trying to look out for the stanchion over here. Had to move out of the way, and the ball went right where she was. A side out to point. Sendoya is the reason she's one of the all-timers in digs for this university. Kohler takes that. Lily going to back set. Rosenthal, and that's going to be in the back right corner. Kate feeling it early on. 16-14 Oglethorpe. Bassett back to serve. Camden George going to check in now. Bassett has that one just get over the net. Back set, saved by Zimmer. Lily outside. Kohler has that one rejected. Great job up front by Rachel Clark and also Mackenzie Carter. Subbing back in are going to be Emma Clark and Kim Young. 16-15 in favor of Oglethorpe. Clark, a 5'10" freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri, back to serve. Taken by Kohler. Lilly outside set. Kohler going to get that one down. Saved. Somo. And they're going to say that one played off of the block and out of bounds. I had to look for the official call. Backline judge had it correctly. Played off a tip. 16-16. Serve's going to go off the net. Camden George turned, looking to see where the return was going to come to, and the ball just trickles over the net right in front of her. It's 17-16 Rhodes. It's now going to be 17-17. Clark got a little bit too much on that. Drawdy and Pinot going to check back in for Rosenthal and Lilly. 17-17, set one, senior day. Drawdy from Perry, Florida. Parents Dana and Sam were here, as well as her brother Owen. Apparently she's going to transfer to Georgia Tech afterwards and go to the School of Aerospace Engineering. My goodness. And Young plays Johnny on the spot, comes flying in with the left hand, and an 18-17 lead right now for Rhodes. Back to serve for the first time is going to be number 21, Caitlin Sowers, 5'7" sophomore out of Frisco, Texas. Outside to Kohler, played off the block. Young on the outside, going to have that one blocked. Sendoya saves it. Drawdy just flying in. Pinot going to get it over the net, but not enough as it goes out of bounds. 19-17, we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Olivia Tidmore going to take a timeout. It's 19-17, set one. We'll take one with her. Back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, Rhodes with a 19-17 first set lead. Caitlin Sowers back to serve. Serve taken by Kohler. Drawdy going to set it across. Saved by Sendoya. Pinot going to roll it over. Back set to Young. Dug out of there by Sendoya. Drawdy going to go across to Kohler, who just rolls it down the back line. Great job by Briella. She saw that the defense was really set. She got it up and over and just kind of dropped it in nicely. I like to call it a floater. Like Trey Young's got a floater game in the NBA. That was a floater right there in the corner, and it's 19-18. Kohler's serve going to go long. It's 20-18. So going to be Drawdy, Pinot, Camden George, Ashlyn Stevens, Sophia Sendoya, and Briella Kohler. Back to serve Maggie Mathis. Her serve taken by Sendoya. Drawdy back sets. Pinot has that one thrown back. Sendoya saves it. Stevens rolls it over. That block up front by Pinot and George. Good save and dug out of there again by Kohler. Stevens has that one rejected at the net. Snodgrass at 6'3" climbs the ladder and says not here, and it's 21-18. to serve, taken by Kohler. Andrade back sets it to Pinot. Young from the back line, blocked at the net. Andrade going to just drop it in, and a great diving save by Mathis. Great save by Kohler, but that one's going to go out of bounds. And it's 22-18. We're going to get another timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. It's 22-18. Rhodes with the lead. Let me tell you about some of the other things going on around Oglethorpe right now is men's soccer. How about what the Stormy Petro men have done? They won the SAA regular season title last night with a 1-0 shutout over Barry. Daniel Lamar, spectacular header midway through the first half on a great crossing pass from Ben Alrum. Oglethorpe's 6th conference regular season title in the last 8 years and 10th overall for the program. Shutout was the Oglethorpe's 10th of the season, which is now a school record. With the title, Oglethorpe has the #1 seed with home field advantage for the SAA tournament. Quarterfinals, we'll see the Petrels host Millsaps next Saturday. A win, and Oglethorpe will host both semifinal and championship games on Friday and Sunday, November the 3rd and the 5th. Women closed the season with a shutout win last night over Barry. Ellie Price scored the lone goal in a 1-0 win early in the second half to help the Petrels secure the #5 seed for the upcoming conference tournament. They'll travel to Hendricks for the quarterfinal game next Saturday. They did lose to Hendricks 1-0 on the road earlier during the season. And cross country had the last couple of weeks off as they prepare for the SAA championship set for this Saturday in Danville, Kentucky. Oglethorpe has been the conference runner-up on the men's side each of the last 3 years. 22-18. Oglethorpe trails in set #1. Going to need to battle back here against the Lynx. And that's not going to help. An overhand kind of knuckler that Maggie Mathis drops in front of Ashlyn Stevens. And it's now 23-18. That one returned by Stevens. Short set. Rolled over the net by George. Bump on the outside, and that's going to be down and good for Meg Gebhardt. Played the angle correctly, and it's 24-18. Lynx in the lead. Set point. Returned by Stevens. Stevens going to hit that one, and that is going to go out of bounds. And the first set is going to go in favor of Rhodes. 25-18. They take set #1. We'll pause. There's going to be a side change. About 3 minutes. We'll be back here. 6 on the other side. Lily going to serve that one. They're going to go right to Somo, who has that one hit off the stanchion. Going to be out of bounds and a point for Oglethorpe. 1-0 lead. Oglethorpe. Bunch of the seniors played in the first set. Going back a little bit more traditional here with George, Rosenthal, Stevens, Sendoya, Kohler, and Lilly. Good dig by Kohler. Stevens has that one thrown back. Lilly comes running across. Sendoya just going to have to back bump that one over. And that's going to be a great kill. Sophia Snodgrass kind of the running to the right, hitting it back to the left. Deal that we've seen in the past, and that's such a hard one to defend as a frontline blocker. Stevens digs that one out. And that kill attempt's going to go long. My goodness, the power there. Was down on the floor before the match. Again, announcing all the seniors and watching them warm up. That ball is flying. Rosenthal just going to dink that one across. Short set thrown back. Camden George says, no, 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 no. Not going to have that one happen. Kylie Zimmer going to sub in to serve. Serve going to be low and hard there, and that's going to be tough. That's going to be 3 too many hits. Somo has that one played off the block. And unfortunately, that one's up closer to me than it is anywhere else. Emma Clark back to serve. 3-3 here in the second set. Lily back sets to Rosenthal, who's just going to one-arm that one over. Somo from the outside, dug out of there by Kohler. Lily going to back set again, and that one Kate Rosenthal got all of. And a 4-3 lead for Oglethorpe. Cameron George back to serve. Bassett up on the front line. And miscommunication there. Kim Young ran up like she was going to get the kill and then left. And then it looked like Meg Gebhardt thought that Kim was going to get the kill, and neither one of them got it. The ball going to drop harmlessly. It's a 5-3 lead for Oglethorpe. Gebhardt going to roll that one, and it gets down. And we've got a 5-4 lead. Set way across. Gebhardt going to try to get it over, and she set that one too short at a 6-4 lead for Oglethorpe. 6-4 the score. Rosenthal with the left-handed serve. And that one's going to go right in front. Maggie Mathis, she thought that Caitlin Sowers was going to get the ball. Caitlin thought that Maggie was going to get it, and neither one of them got it. 7-4. That return going to go sideways. Mathis just going to have to bump it across. Rosenthal gets it. Lily back sets to Bassett, who slams it down. That one goes up to point guard for the basketball team for Oglethorpe, who comes up with a great catch. He's not in play, and it's 8-4. Rosenthal rockets that serve across. Back bump, Young gonna play that one towards Rosenthal. Set way across to Kohler. She has that one thrown back by Young and by Clark, and it's an 8-5 lead for Oglethorpe. Kohler with the pop up there. Bassett gonna have to run and kind of get that one across. Couldn't get full power on that. Great job there by Sendoya being in the right spot. Back set, Rosenthal rips it. Rhodes coming back, trying to get it, and they do. Great job by Maggie Mathis to get that one across. Lily playing back outside, and Kohler has that one played off the block and out of bounds. Kohler back to serve at a 9-5 lead right now for Oglethorpe. Down 1-0. And that serve's going to go long. That's the second service error, unfortunately, for Briella. Just having the ball go just a hair long. Plenty of power. Stevens has that one thrown back. Bassett, they're going to call a lift on her. Going to call a lift there. And it's 9-7 in favor of Oglethorpe. Really got to bounce back and win this second set. Remember, it is best of 5. Fifth set would only go to 15. Rosenthal going to roll that one deep, taken out by Sowers. Miscommunication up front. They just have to bump it across. Bassett going to play it deep, and they're going to call it out. It is out. We're seeing if we're going to get a little home court advantage here, but no. Right call by the back official. Caitlin tried to kind of place that one in a spot. Just went long. 9-8 Oglethorpe. Wiseman back to serve. Sendoya going to play that one. I don't think I'm able to bump this one back. It was played up towards me. I would have made a return, I promise you. Unlike other broadcasters, I've got some athletic ability up here. Serve goes into the net, diving save by Lily, and that is just scramble drill to get it somewhere. That ball is thrown back, and see, that's what happens when you make an unbelievable defensive play and the effort's there. Sometimes you're rewarded. Oglethorpe does exactly that, and then you get Bassett and Stevens up front with a rejection and a 10-9 lead to stop a nice run. Somo going to check back in. Bassett back to serve. Caitlin serves that one. Set all the way over. Stevens going to save it. Back set to Rosenthal, and that's going to be just a little bit long. I could not see. There were about 3 Rhodes players in between. I thought that one was going to be good, and it was called out. And it's 10-10 right now. That one's going to go down the hatch, though. Camden George climbed the ladder and slams that one home for a nice kill. And Oglethorpe with an 11-10 lead here in the second set. Great serve by Lily. Stevens has that one rejected. Holy cow. Thought that was going to be an easy kill. Somo plays that one off the block, and that's going to be down. And a kill in an 11-11 match right now. 17-15 kill advantage on the match in favor of Rhodes. Hitting percentage right now 16-8 in favor of Rhodes. So a little bit sloppy for Oglethorpe. Kohler going to get the return there. Back set, Stevens just has to knock it over. And then the ball plays right to Mackenzie Carter at 5-10. No problem with the kill there, and it's a 12-11 lead for Rhodes. Sendoya going to get that. Bumped outside. Rosenthal plays it off the block, and much needed kill for Kate. Kylie Zimmer back to serve. Trying to see what they're doing here. A little conversation with the officials and our head coach. But Kylie to serve, 12-12. Back and forth affair right now. Set outside to Somo, saved by Zimmer. Kohler. That is the weirdest angle I've ever seen. I think she hit it off the inside part of her right hand, was trying to go down the left line, hit it off the right part, rolls it right down the net and in, and a 13-12 lead. Zimmer going to pop that serve up. And that's going to be played off the block, and a kill for Rachel Clark. Clark is 6'2", a 6'2" freshman out of Huntsville, Alabama. Got the running start on that one. And now Emma Clark going to sub back in, the 5'10" freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri. She actually leads the team in aces with 31. Kate has that one thrown out of bounds, and a great job by Rosenthal, who's just got that big smile up there on the front line and was like, I don't know what just happened. She thought it had been rejected. It was, but it was out of bounds, and a 14-13 lead for the Stormy Petras. Camden George, 5'10" freshman out of Kennesaw, back to serve. And Young just going to find the middle of the defense, exploit it, and tie this match up at 14 apiece. George going to check out. Sendoya, the libero, going to check back in. Serve comes into Zimmer. Lily going to run up to set it outside to Kohler, and she's going to hit that one long. Briella just been a little bit off today, whether it's service game or anything going on. That serve's going to go long. Caitlin Sowers going to hit that one long. 15-15. Almost a must-win second set here for Oglethorpe. Down 1-0. Rosenthal going to serve, and unfortunately that one goes into the net. And it's 16-15 in favor of the Lynx. Zimmer comes up to dig that one out. Back set across. Bassett got the run and start and lowers the boom. Caitlin with another kill. That'll be her 5th of the match. Kohler back to serve. Serve going to be taken by Sowers. Back set. Bassett just going to have to play that one over. Saved by Young. Outside to Young again, and that is going to be long and out of bounds. Had to wait again for the backline official. My eyes from this vantage point cannot tell one way or the other, but we'll take it. 17-16 Oglethorpe. Kohler going to dig that out. Cross set to Stevens, and unfortunately she plays it off the out of bounds stick. It's going to be a side out and point for Rhodes. Subbing back in Wiseman, number 3. I believe number 1 Carter to go on the front line. Same 6 ladies on the floor for Oglethorpe. Sendoya saves that. Lily short sets, pass it. 7 opportunities at the net. Rhodes could not get it over. Caitlin Bassett got on top of that one and put it straight down the forearm of the blockers, and 3 players, maybe 4, maybe 6 players for Rhodes tried to get the ball back over the net and were unable to. 18-17 Oglethorpe in the lead here. Set 2, down 1-0. Bassett has that one returned by Mathis. And boy, beautiful back set to Sophie Snodgrass, who just climbed the ladder and hammers that in between all 6 defenders for Oglethorpe. 18-18. Serve taken by Stevens. George plays it off the block, still alive. Somo saves it. They're not going to save that one. A great defensive play by Rhodes just to keep that one alive. And Camden George gets a second opportunity, and she does not miss. 19-18 Stormy Petrels. And a great job up front by Mackenzie Carter. Realized the return of service was going to be high and long. Took all 5'10" and long arms and just found a spot in between the defense and ties it at 19. Snodgrass back to serve. And that serve's going to go long. And 20-19. Zimmer going to sub in for Stevens. Zimmer going to short serve that one. Outside to Somo, and it plays that one off the block. And out of bounds, and we're all knotted at 20. It's been a very back and forth first about 45 points of this match. Nobody really going on a big run. Somo right now, Izzy with 9 kills so far on the match. Serve taken by Sendoya. Back set to Rosenthal, and Kate with her 7th kill of the match. Had a chance to talk with Kate's mother yesterday. Very nice family out of Boca Raton. I grew up about 20 minutes from there. Lived north and south. I lived in West Palm and Fort Lauderdale. It's always nice to meet fellow Floridians who've navigated their way to Atlanta. Jousting at the net. And I was going to say they're going to give Oglethorpe an extra spot there, but they did not. The ball never got back over the net. And it's 21-21. Turn by Kohler. Lilly at the net. Short set. Bassett has it thrown back. He's going to back set outside to Rosenthal. That's played off the block. And a great job there by Lilly because the defense had already moved over to the left-hand side of the offense after the Caitlin Bassett kill attempt. So she back set that one. Their defense could not get into rhythm. Came running back for Rosenthal, who comes up with the kill. And Kate, unfortunately, another service error. We're tied at 22 apiece. 5 service errors right now for Oglethorpe. 22 all. Serve going to be taken by Zimmer. Kohler going to play it deep. Long set outside. Young just going to have to bump it over. Bassett sets it up. Outside again for Kohler. And they're going to give the point inside out to Rhodes. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. 23-22, Oglethorpe trails. We'll talk about it next when we come back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Reset it. It's 23-22. Maggie Mathis back to serve. Not sure what we're going to get here. Guess the shot clock had not that the shot clock really matters. They have not reset the clock. Serve taken by Kohler. Lilly going to back set it to Rosenthal, and it's just going to go long. That ball would not come down. And it's 24-22, set point for Rhodes. We're going to get another timeout. Take one with them on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. We're back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Set point, 24-22, Lynx in the lead. They've already won the first set. Maggie Mathis, 27 aces on the year. What's the serve? Remember, it is win by 2. Serve taken by Kohler. Lilly going to come across. Kohler going to get it down. Mathis digs it out. Set to the back line. Saved by Sendoya. Kohler going to bump it across. Rosenthal just going to have to get it back over the net. Reset. Back set to Young. Saved. And they're going to say, I guess Caitlin Bassett was in the net. And that is for the Lynx. And then Emma Clark with 10. First point for Oglethorpe going to be played right there out of bounds. And I apologize to Mackenzie's parents. Their first, the first name that was listed was Mackenzie Carter. I've been corrected, it's Mackenzie Gear. And that serve's going to go long for Camden George. Sometimes the stuff that we are given is not right, and I don't want to mess up the young woman's name. She's played a really good match so far with 13 assists. Emma Clark with 10. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Stevens tried to just place it down the right out of bounds line and could not do so. It's now 2-1 in favor of Rhodes. Oglethorpe looking to finish up the home part of the schedule with a win here on Senior Day, but they're going to need a monumental comeback. Diving save by Zimmer. Kohler just going to get it across. Gear coming up to play it. Somo back line. Saved by Sendoya. Lilly outside. And another dig, this time by Wiseman. And that one's going to play off the official and out of bounds, but they are going to call a, what are we getting here? Oh, we're going to get the point for Oglethorpe. I thought they were going to call a tip. Checking in is going to be Gabby Phillips and Kate Rosenthal. Gabby left-handed, junior. Oh, nice serve to the back corner. That's going to be played off the block and out of bounds. Phillips will stay in to play that setter position. 3-2 in favor of the Lynx. Serve taken by Sendoya. Phillips up to Kohler. That's played off the block. One-arm save by Mathis. Saved greatly by Sendoya. Kohler has that one rejected and it plays to the back line. And in for a 4-2 lead. That serve going to be played into the net. And it's 4-3. Hannah Palmer looked like she's going to check in for Kylie Zimmer. Coach Tidmore switching up the lineup a little bit here in the third set. Kohler serve this time into the net. A 5-3 lead. Right now for Rhodes, back to serve, Caitlin Sowers. Serve taken by Sendoya. Phillips back sets it to Rosenthal, who plays it off the chest of Maggie Mathis. And another kill for Kate. Caitlin Bassett back to serve. Bassett serve taken by Gebhardt. Gebhardt dug out of there nicely by Kohler. Rosenthal going to play it back deep and across. Young just going to tip it down and in. Bassett going to check out. Sendoya back in. Also going to the front line will be Snodgrass for the Lynx. 6-4. Rhodes with the lead. Their bench having a lot of fun right now as they're up 2-0. Saved by Kohler. Outside, Palmer plays it off the block attempt. Sendoya with the dig. Backline set, and Kohler comes down. Phillips sets that one up. We're going to have Lilly and Stevens check back in. Good rotation there. A 6-5 third set lead for the Lynx. Back set to Young, my goodness. Not sure what they were going to call. One official called something. Young, very demonstrative, but my goodness, the power on Kim Young. 7-5 Lynx lead. Serve taken by Palmer. Lilly plays it across. Stevens off the block. And they're going to say she once again hit the little red and white stick up there. It signifies in and out of bounds. You have to be inside of that. You cannot make contact with it. 8-5 Lynx lead. Wiseman back to serve, and Palmer ducked, thought it was going to go out of bounds, and it stays inbound. And a 9-5 lead for Rhodes. That serve was going to go out of bounds, and Palmer dives for it. And it's 10-5 in favor of Rhodes. Olivia Wiseman, 5'4" freshman out of Lafayette, California. Palmer has that one rejected at the net by both Gear and Snodgrass, and it is now 11-5 in favor of Rhodes. Oglethorpe going to need a huge rally here. Down 2 sets to none. They did beat Rhodes earlier in the year, 3-1. Serve taken by Sendoya. Lilly outside set. Diving save there by Mathis. Kohler there to dig it out. And that one is just thrown back. Camden George, we're going to get a timeout on the floor. A 7-0 run right now for Rhodes. We'll take a timeout with them on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, it's rally time for your Stormy Petrels, down 12-5. Rhodes has gone on a really good run behind Olivia Wiseman. They've won the first 2 sets. Sendoya saves it. Lilly back across. Stevens going to get that one to go down. Great set by Autumn Lilly. Kylie Zimmer going to sub in for Hannah Palmer. It's 12-6. Oglethorpe going to need a little run here to get back into it. Jousted at the net. Sendoya just going to have to bump it over. Back set runner. Great save by Lilly. Again, Sendoya just going to have to take it. Outside set this time. And they're going to say that Rhodes was in the net. I think Gebhardt may have tipped the net on that kill attempt. Or are they not? They're going to say Oglethorpe was in the net, 13-6. That serve's going to go long, and it's 13-7. Originally, they pointed Oglethorpe's way, and they switched it. For the first time, looks like checking in today. It's going to be number 4, Lainey Higgins, 5'3" sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. Giving her chance to go back and serve. Lainey with a good serve. Diving attempt by Zimmer. And it's now going to be 14-7 in favor of the Lynx. Checking back in, going to be Camden George, as well as Sophia Sendoya. (14-7) Lynx lead. That serve's not going to get over the net. Another service error. Phillips and Rosenthal going to check back in. It's time for Lilly and for Stevens. Gabby going to go back to serve. Nice high knuckling left-handed serve. And that kill attempt by Gebhardt going to go into the net. And it's 14-9. Oglethorpe trying to battle back into this. Serve's going to be taken by Wiseman. Somo Sendoya, holy cow, goes diving on the floor, giving every bit of effort here on senior day. That ball just going to play off of her forearm. 15-9 Lynx lead. Emma Clark back to serve. Zimmer dives to save it. Kohler just going to have to get it, and Zimmer just going to have to bump it over. Oglethorpe disjointed, and that is an absolute missile hit by Rachel Clark. And it's now 16-9. Phillips up the set. Rosenthal, that one's going to be played off the ceiling and out of bounds. Duro Fieldhouse, it is aptly named as it does look like a field house. Wood stanchions across the top, not the highest roof you'll play in. 16-10, Kohler back to serve. That serve going to be in. Kohler on the back line to save it. Phillips back set to Rosenthal. Saved nicely by Mathis. Somo dug out of there by Sendoya. Rosenthal again, Mathis comes flying in to save it. Clark has that one, Young has that one play off the stanchion and out of bounds. And a 17-10 Lynx lead. Substitution here as Caitlin Sowers will go back in to serve. Her serve going to be taken by Palmer. Rosenthal going to play it off the block attempt and off the back line, off of Emma Clark, and it's 17-11. The score right now in favor of Rhodes. Oglethorpe is down 2-0. Don't forget Falcon football coming up at 1 o'clock today. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Played off the block, Bassett back, cross set, Palmer, going to be dug out of there nicely by Gebhardt. Gebhardt, that's going to go around, that's not going to go inside the stanchion, so it's going to go around, and it's 17-13. Rhodes going to call a timeout as Oglethorpe on a nice little run. We'll take a pause here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. And we're back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Oglethorpe storming back in to this third set, down 2 sets to none. Need to win to stay alive. 17-13 the score. Bassett back to serve, and unfortunately has that one go out of bounds. Sendoya going to check back in. It's 18-13. Mathis back to serve. 5'6" senior out of Conway, Arkansas. She's going to have that serve go into the net. So back-to-back service errors. And no substitution here. Coach Tidmore going to stick with Rosenthal and Phillips up front. Kate's serve going to be taken on the back line by Gebhardt. Set across to Kim Young. And my goodness, when Kim gets on top of it, it's coming down. She was second on the team in kills, coming in with 153. And she hits with a ton of power. 19-14. Rhodes in front. They're trying to win just their third SAA game of the year. Serve going to be taken by Kohler. Phillips back sets to Rosenthal. Rips that one down and dug out of there nicely by Wiseman. Wiseman just going to have to bump it across. Phillips going to play it to the back line. Dug out nicely by Rosenthal. Kohler from the back line. She's going to roll it over. Once again, Wiseman on Johnny on the spot. Kohler flying to the ground to get that one. Palmer going to drop it in nicely. It's going to be 19-15. Somo going to check back in. Zimmer going to come in for Palmer. 19-15 the score there. Kylie going to go back to serve. $19-15 the score. A little conversation going on over here in front of me. I'm going to set that one all the way across. And that's going to go down. Meg Gebhardt got a nice running start. Come up with the kill there. And then goes back to serve. Taken by Sendoya. Phillips on the front. Short sets it to George. Dug out of there by Gebhardt. Somo plays it off the block. Phillips tries to just short set it over. And the exact same thing happens on the other side as Mackenzie Gear finds a drop in the middle. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. It's 21-15 Rhodes with a chance to close out this third set and close out the match. We'll pause. We're back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. 21-15 in set number 3. Kate Rosenthal on senior day with 11 kills. Caitlin Bassett with 6. Briella Kohler with 6. Over on the other side, Izzy Somo with 11. Sophie Snodgrass with 8. Kim Young with 6 to pace the Lynx. Lynx trying to win their third conference game. Oglethorpe trying to avoid getting swept on the weekend. Kohler outside has that one thrown back. And it's 22-15. Going to need some kind of run here. Serve going to be taken by Sendoya, and that one's going to go out of bounds. It's now 23-15. Gebhardt serve, that's going to go long. Out of bounds, 23-16. And this one could hurt in the grand scheme of SAA standings. A loss here would put Oglethorpe at 4-8. Millsaps would only be a half game back at 3-8. Birmingham Southern would then have a half game lead. That ball's rejected though. Gaila Kohler and Caitlin Bassett do so, and it's 23-17. Rhodes would again go to 3-10, but it would put Oglethorpe towards the bottom and potentially a first-round matchup with Center. That serve going to go backwards off of Olivia Wiseman. That's how important these next 7 points could be for Oglethorpe. A win would keep them in 5th place. First round matchup with Hendricks. Somo saved. Bassett just gonna flop it across. Somo has that one rejected, and actually they said it never got over the net. It's 23-19. But that's how important it is right now. Barry looks like they're gonna win the conference title again. They're 11-0 on the year, 17-4 overall. Center College at 9-2, 15-7 overall. Swanee 6-5, 16-8. Hendricks, who defeated Oglethorpe yesterday, 6-5, now 10-10 on the year. Stormy Petrel's 9-8, 4-7 in conference play. Birmingham Southern 8-14, also 4-7 in conference play. Millsaps 3-8, 9-12 overall. And then we've mentioned the Rhodes score as well. Oglethorpe for the rest of the year, they're going to have a non-conference game against Piedmont coming up on Wednesday at 6 o'clock on the road. And then they'll wrap up conference play next weekend at Millsaps and then at Birmingham Southern. And then they're going to finish up the regular season University of Lynchburg on the 4th on Saturday. Also Covenant College, I believe that's going to be a tournament up in Lookout Mountain. And then the SAA conference tournament will begin November the 9th. Most likely going to be at Barry. And if they continue to win, you play the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. Got to battle back here, though. 23-19, down 2-0. George going to serve. Have that one taken on the back line by Gebhardt. Somo has it rejected. Bassett and Phillips climb the ladder. And it's 23-20. You can hear the gym coming alive. Again, it's win by 2. So you want to stay on serve. Gebhardt saved nicely. Rosenthal just going to two-hand that one across, and that one's going to go down for Sophie Snodgrass with the kill. Played it off the block and fell harmlessly to the floor. And it is match point now. Snodgrass, who just got the kill, back to serve. Oglethorpe's going to have to score the next 4 points at minimum to tie this bad boy up. Serve goes into the net. So it's 24-21. Gabby Phillips going to go back to serve. Left-hander. Knuckle action comes off that serve. 24-21. Gabby serve going to be in. Set outside to Somo, saved by Sendoya. Gabby going to set it outside to Kohler. Played off the block. Diving save. Sendoya and Phillips collide. Phillips just going to try to save that one, and unfortunately, we're going to hope Sophia's okay. Really hate to see that. Her and Gabby.